Hey, what's going on, landlords? My name is Eric Worrell, and I work for a tenant screening company called RentPrep. And this video is about tenant screening rules, regulations, and just creating a guide for you if you live in the state of Illinois. So typically when people are searching for things such as Illinois tenant screening services and things like that, there's really two things that they're usually searching for. The first is they might be searching for a tenant screening company, and the second is you might just be looking for information on tenant screening and how to do a proper tenant screening in your state. So I'm going to be talking about both of those subjects, but first I want to talk about a few things that you should consider if you are screening tenants in the state of Illinois. So every state differs a little bit on what you can charge for an application fee. In the state of Illinois, there's actually no limit on what you can charge for that application fee, which is kind of surprising because it's unusual compared to a lot of other states. So you might be wondering, A, what is an application fee? B, how much should I charge? Well, some landlords do choose to charge an application fee where others forego it. I highly suggest that you do charge an application fee. And the reason is when you charge that application fee, it kind of tells that tenant that's looking at your property, all right, this person's serious about running a background check. And what it does is if that person has a murky past, they're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the next rental property because I got some stuff in my past that I don't want this person to see. And I don't wanna spend 20, 30 bucks on an application fee just to be told that I have a murky past. So that is the reason that you charge the application fee, is it allows you to run a background check, and it also tells that tenant, hey, you know what, you might want to keep moving along if you don't want to pay 20, 30 bucks for this application. So as far as how much you want to charge, it's really up to you in the state of Illinois because there is no limit. But of course, if you charge $2 million for an application fee, you're not going to fill your rental. So I would suggest somewhere around 25 to 35 bucks for the cost of what it costs you to run a background check. You should also know that the application fee is non-refundable. It's up to you if you want to return that money to them, but it is up to you 100%. Another interesting factoid is there's no limit on what you can charge for a security deposit in the state of Illinois. This one's unusual. Been doing a lot of these videos for every single state in the United States, and this is the first one I've ran into that does not have a limit on the security deposit. A good rule of thumb for most states is it's usually either you can charge 1 month or 2 months security deposit. It's really up to you, but when you're setting up a new lease with a tenant, let them know up front that you may charge first and last month's rent and a security deposit equal to 1 month's rent. What this will do is it will tell that tenant, hey, maybe I don't have enough income to even be able to afford to get into this rental property to begin with. That's fine because you don't want somebody who's going to have trouble paying you rent month to month. So before the tenant actually comes to look at the rental property, let them know on the phone. They call it pre-screening, and this is when you have a phone conversation with them. This is a good opportunity to let them know, hey, no smoking, no pets. And a great screening technique is to let them know that you do run a background check and that you do charge an application fee for that background check. So if that tenant is somebody, again, who has a murky past, they're going to say, you know what, I'm good. I don't even want to come out and check out this place. I'm good. This will save you a ton of time and aggravation because it'll cut down the amount of showings that you have to do if you're just doing individual showings with the landlord. At the beginning, I also mentioned that you may just be looking for a tenant screening service. Well, here at RentPrep, we have been doing tenant screening since 2007, so we're going on 10 years, almost 100,000 reports that we've ran, and we have seen it all. We have gotten a ton of clients from the Chicago and Illinois area, and what I would suggest is on the screen right now, there's an orange button, and if you click that button, it'll take you to a blog post that we have written on Illinois tenant screening, and it'll give you a bunch of free resources to get you started. And if you do need a background check, we would love to help you out here at RentPrep. So hopefully you learned something, and check out the free resources. They're all for you, and good luck filling that rental property. Take care.